last thing you want him to do is get a dunk. Michael Pietrus gets his body into LeBron James and knocks him out of the play. Loose ball foul. Nobody's shooting free throws yet.
4th team foul. It's a non-shooting affair. Shot clock at 10. James with the cut. Knocked away by Pietrus. Crowd wanted a foul. Alston to Turkoglu. Here's Lewis. And he pushes it back to Turkoglu for 3.
Oh, my. Oh.
The game is tied at 93.
Oh, my. Whoa.
We're down to 40 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. Williams. Howard knocked it away, and it ends up out of bounds. Last touch by the Magic.
Dwight Howard, now you got the Defensive Player of the Year guarding the basket right now. And his job is right now is to allow no layups. Nobody can come in and lay that ball in the basket. Actually, Rafer Alston tried to save that ball, but he was out of bounds when he jumped in the air to knock it back in. That's why they keep possession with 9 seconds on the shot clock.
There's LeBron going at Howard. It's a travel. The basket will not count. Traveling violation called on James. The ball back to Orlando. The Magic will take a timeout.
Well, again, the presence of Dwight Howard, that's the extra step.
And once again, Michael Pietrus, a factor both at the offensive and defensive end.
Well, he funnels him into Dwight Howard, who knocks that ball loose. And then this is where the Magic, when they get you scrambling and they make that extra pass, you see there's nobody even in the same area code right there when Turkoglu takes that shot. They spread you out. Turkoglu has been their big game shooter. Remember the 3 he hit against Philadelphia to win that game on the road? This guy loves big shots. He's not had a great year, Marv, shooting the ball. When you look at his numbers and his stats, but interestingly enough, he's a better player on the road than he is at home in the playoffs.
That game 6 against Boston did not shoot well, but hit that mammoth three-pointer with about a minute and a half to play. And Hito with 19 points, 14 of the 19 in the second half. Cavaliers really hurting themselves. They've turned it over 6 times in this 4th quarter. Orlando with just 2 turnovers in the quarter, and both on offensive fouls. 30 seconds to go in the 4th. The game is tied at 93, and the Magic will put it in play in their front court.
And you look at the matchups, they have Verajao on Pietrus, they have Pavlovic on Turkoglu, and they have LeBron on Rashard Lewis. So they're thinking if Turkoglu runs a screen roll with Rashard Lewis, they will just switch that.
Cleveland does have a foul to give. 6-second differential between the game clock and shot clock. Wallace jumps out on Turkoglu. Lewis, shot clock down to 7. Turkoglu, and a foul is called. It is on Pavlovic. Appeared to be before the shot attempt. So it's a non-shooting foul. The next foul will put the Cavs over.
Yeah, but it's a bad foul, Marv, because now they're going to get the last shot of the game. There was a 6.5-second differential. That clock was winding down. They were going to have to take a tough shot. Now the clock is off, and Orlando's got the last shot to win the game. Watch just how he's going to drive to the basket. He gets beat a little bit there, but he takes that foul. I mean, Turkoglu was going to be taking a tough shot there. Now the shot clock is turned off. The next foul is a shooting foul, and Orlando now can hold for the last shot to win the game.
Let's take a look back at some of the keys that you presented right at the start of the telecast.
Well, the storyline, we talked about the Magic and how deadly they are behind that three-point line in the second half. One of the reasons they've caught up, their plus 15. The matchups, the Magic starting front court, 52 points and 25 rebounds after a very, very slow start. The Magic bench plus 12 tonight, and then the mindset. How would Orlando play if they got behind? Well, you know what? They got down by 23. Would they fight back? Have they fought back? The answer is yes, and they have the ball with the last shot with a chance to put this up a 2-0 lead, and both of them on the road. This possession is gigantic.
Orlando has had the lead tonight for about 6 seconds on that shot by Courtney Lee. They were up 86-84. They kept coming, down by as many as 23. And now, as you mentioned, have an opportunity to work the clock down and come up with another stunner here in Cleveland.
And the guy who normally takes this shot is Hedo Turkoglu. That's their guy. We'll see who they put on him. Are they going to put Pavlovich on him? Or are they going to put LeBron James on him?
They have to readjust the clock. It went down to 0, and I see it's at 13 minutes remaining, but obviously they have to make an adjustment.
Well, this is one of the reasons why that LeBron James to talk about the importance of Pavlovich in a game like this, because you have to match small now. You cannot play two big guys. So they'll put Varejao and Michael Pietrus and hide him on him, and they'll put Ben Wallace on Dwight Howard.
So 13.7 remaining in the fourth quarter. How do they play it if the ball goes into Howard down low?
Well, you better not give him a dunk or a layup. You better take the foul if you're in trouble. And if you double team, you're worried about the three-point shot. So take a look to see how they're going to match up.
30-second official timeout.
And they are still having some difficulty in adjusting that clock. And again, athletic trainer Max Benton taking care of the blood on the right leg of LeBron James.
Like Dr. Ferdy Pacheco.
Max getting a lot of camera time here tonight.
Remember that unfortunate incident that happened? Obviously, you don't have this same kind of situation. Remember Steve Nash, how he got his nose bloodied in Game 1 against the San Antonio Spurs? They couldn't get it stopped. The Spurs won that game and went on and won that very controversial series with the suspensions and all that went on. So very important for him to get that blood stopped so he can stay on the court.
Rashard Lewis will look to throw it in. LeBron James defending on the inbound.
And Barb, remember now, that throw-in is no given. We saw the other night when Ariza stole the pass against Denver and sealed the game. So this is to make sure that they trust that Rashard Lewis can get this ball in under pressure.
Orlando does have a 20-second timeout remaining. Cleveland has a full timeout left. Both teams over the foul limit. Lewis gets it in. Turkoglu, played by Pavlovich, down to 10 seconds. The game is tied at 93. We're down to 5. Down to 3. Here's Turkoglu. Yes! With 1 second remaining. Cleveland calls for time. And the Magic with a 95-93 lead. Another clutch shot by Mr. Fourth Quarter.
How about Turkoglu, though? That you knew who he was going to go to. He loves to go to his left. They ran no screen roll, and I like that because there was no way Pavlovich was going to be able to keep him from getting his shot. And you look at the bench. This would be an incredible win for the Orlando Magic. 1 second left.
The cue, a very quiet arena. Following that jump shot by Hedo Turkoglu to give the Magic a 95-93 lead. Cavaliers just called their final timeout with 1 second to play in this fourth quarter.
Now what you want to do, Marv, is you want to put all kind of pressure on the ball and force Cleveland to have to catch the ball going away from the basket, catch and fire a very difficult shot. They might try some kind of lob to the basket. You got to be prepared to switch so they can't get anything. You want everything going back towards half court.
Mo Williams will throw in. Rashard Lewis playing off the ball. Lewis gets it to LeBron for 3 for the win. Yes! LeBron James at the buzzer as the Cavaliers have pulled it out to tie the series and what a miraculous by James.